Epic rap battles of my ass. Oedipus, King of Thebes, versus Hamlet, Prince of Denmark.
Your name echoes with infamy through the halls of antiquity. What brings you to Denmark? A wrong turn of Antigone? Or was it blind fate that played you like ventriloquy? I've stumbled upon the subject of my next soliloquy. King Laius was murdered and your land was afflicted with plague till the culprit was put to death or evicted. Wishing to evade exile, spent your whole play in denial. In this twisted game of clue, forgot to let himself be true. Tiresias saw, though he was blind. He warned your wife was more than kin, and to your father you were less than kind. Turns out you killed him, but why waste time mourning? Hopped in bed with his wife, though with an oracle's warning that you'd betrayed your mother to prevent that future. You'd think you'd know better than to marry a cougar. Regicide and then espousing the widow. Marry! I'm battling a Claudius ditto. You cast a wide shadow over multiple philosophy, not only over drama, but the realm of psychology. I studied at Wittenberg, but admit I'm perplexed. You're so boring it took Freud to make Oedipus complex.
I did my best to listen with Apollo's witness, but your speech is like brevity and your soul is witless. The surreptitious murder of his father is what brought him to tear, but his incessant whining's poison to my ears. You're 30 years old, man, axe your age. Mourning a black for a month, like mom, it's not a phase. Your notion towards life leaves you racked with rage. Follow poor Yorick and hop into a grave. My uncle's illegitimate, he's a bloody fraud. You're just mad he wouldn't let you study abroad, but you're right not to forgive the new king for how he hurt you. Threw the castle into ruin for a woman named Gertrude. Some say you were based on your author's son Hamlet, but we all know you're really just a wimpier Hamlet. Your chivalrous father appeared to men at the garrison as a transparent phantom, and you still pale in comparison. After this unexpected visit from purgatory, you had the actors alter the script to observe a story like an allegory to the real assassination, and catch the king's conscience in a faithful recreation. Snuck to his room, but as you resolved to slay him, you second-guessed yourself cause he was knelt down praying. Still haven't dropped a killer diss in your dissertation. Those words are an excuse for hesitation.
Mark it, Horatio, I've offended his status. Just enraged ego, there's no method to his madness. You think my language sharp? With a rapier I'm better. I turn wordplay to swordplay just by forging a letter. Ask Rosencrantz and Guildenstern, those abhorrent pests. I signed their death warrants cause they warranted death. I'd fence you, but judging from your dark sockets, it seems that you can't be trusted with sharp objects. Those robes are not working for you, that's for certain. I'll stick a dagger in another coward covered in curtains. Your mother wife took her life, your kingdom you brought shame upon. You'll spend your life's remainder as a beggar and a vagabond. Compared to Shakespeare, Sophocles bores us. Leave the lyricism to the Greek chorus. Now a variation on the pesky Sphinx's riddle. Walks on swollen feet in the morning cause they were pierced when he was little. Flees on two legs in the afternoon because of what the curse. And at night disrobes his cloak to show his mother his third leg. What man could have committed such incestuous sex?
Gee, let me guess, is it Oedipus Rex?
Correct.
I solved your word puzzle, now stop pondering and just commit. At least the Sphinx had the decency to jump off a cliff. Acted like a madman cause you thought that it was do or die. Didn't kill yourself, instead opted for social suicide. Ophelia's father warned her to reject your advances, and she promised to obey his command. When you killed him she lamented and into the river fell. First she ghosted you, then she became a ghost herself. When Laertes heard of the death of his father, he rallied an entire mob to avenge his honor. You could learn from this paragon of filial vengeance, but instead you saw the so-called minister of God's intention. You asked to be or not to be, but here's my question. Can you not be a self-righteous prick for 7 seconds? My people worship me, yours wonder if you're even sane. You think you're the big dog, but you're no great Dane. Speaking slanders against me, watch what you say. Any incest you accuse me of, your mother's catching strays. With wicked speech she was carried to incestuous sheets. Maybe next time she'll think before she cheats. Your house was laid waste due to your choices made, and now my toxic tongue cuts through you like a poisoned blade. And your existence of secrets and cheap tricks. Welcome to the sleep of death. Good night, sweet prince.